Ralph Suppy says, hey gang, how do you get the 5 stars that show up in some Google searches? It seems to be random, but I've never been able to accomplish this. It's with structured data. That would be what they call review schema. And so you can do that by marking up like product reviews. It could be customer reviews, so basically like user reviews, that kind of stuff. But that's all accomplished through structured data. It has to be added to the web page correctly and then validated before Google. And that's no guarantee that Google will pick it up and display them. But that's how you put your site in a position to have the review stars show. Marco, is there any secret tips for that?
No, I mean, I really don't have anything.
Okay.
It's in the schema, right? And sometimes they appear, sometimes they don't. And Google came out not too long ago advising against, because they see this as just being self-promotional, and that's not the intent. Not to say that it does or doesn't work, because sometimes what Google says not to do works really well, so you keep on doing it. And so this is just totally the structured data on the website. There's a way for you to get the stars in there. It's not something that I bother with.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I bother with structured data, don't get me wrong, but I don't, there's some plugins and things like that, some third-party services that you can use that will import, like, for example, I can't remember the name of the plugin suite now, but they have a Yelp plugin, a Google My Business plugin, and a Facebook plugin. So it's essentially a plugins for WordPress sites that will import it. It connects via API to Google Maps, Facebook, and Yelp. And so what happens is it will pull in for that particular business location the different reviews that are published on each one of those sites. And so you can buy each plugin individually or buy them all together as a suite. And what happens is that actually imports the code. It's like an iframe. I guess it iframes in the code from those review sites, so that it's essentially not you pasting your own structured data into the site, which will show reviews, which is what Marco was talking about, because Google thinks, Google knows people can spam that, but it's actually pulling in publicly posted reviews on other review sites. And that's a good way to do it. And I've actually been able to accomplish that using the Google My Business one. I've got a roofing client that we weren't able to ever get review stars to show for his site, yet he had hundreds and hundreds of Google reviews. And I mean, across all the different platforms, he had hundreds of reviews on each platform, but we could never get the review stars to show. And then I added the plugin. It was a premium plugin, but I added the plugin that pulled in the Google My Business reviews. And we just embedded the widget in the sidebar of his site so that it was constantly being updated with new reviews. And that actually ended up pulling in, that actually triggered the review stars to start showing for the site. So I know there's other ways to do it besides just adding your own structured data, but typically that's how you would do it. Is just add structured data.